All right, let's go over the homework for topic number 18. The degree of the polynomial, if you look on your handout, the degree of polynomial is the highest exponent. It also identifies the type of polynomial and what? How many zero? What should that answer be? And at most, right? The degree of polynomial also tell me at most how many zero the polynomial function has. All right, the leading coefficient is the highest coefficient of a polynomial function. That will be a false. The leading coefficient is simply the coefficient of the leading term. Okay. All right. Question number 3. Tell me what a degree is. Tell me which one is the leading term, and then enter the leading coefficient. All right. So all you gotta do is just enter these inside the box on the homework. Question number 4. Multiple choice. Okay. Consider the following polynomial function. Use your 4 scenario to identify the ending behavior. Okay, so look at the degree of the polynomial and look at your leading coefficient and make your selection. Question number 5. If the exponent on a factor of a polynomial function is odd, then the graph will do what at the x-axis? So just like earlier, once we factor out all the greatest common factor, once we factor out our polynomial, then the exponent, if the exponent is odd on those factors, then that tell me it will actually cross. All right, if the exponent on a factor of polynomial function is even, like that 1, x minus 1 times x minus 1, which is x minus 1 squared, right? So when the exponent is even, it tells me that the graph will turn at the x-axis at that point. All right, number 7. Number 7 is about the intermediate value theorem. Okay, so what I want you to do, if you don't mind, all right, graph this function, put this into the graphing calculator, okay, and then go to the table, look up when x equal to -1, what's the y value? So all you do is just enter the y value. All right, go to x equal to 2 and tell me what the y value is. All right, so with those two y value, number 3, by the intermediate value theorem, f of 1, whatever that y value is, and f of 2, second y value, is the two y value have opposite signs, where there exists at least one real number between 1 and 2, yes or no. So all you do is to look at the signs. If you see a sign change, then yes, there is there does exist at least 1 0 in between. If the two y value does not have an opposite sign, then your answer will be simply no. Okay, so the intermediate value theorem is about the y value. If the y value changing signs between two consecutive or two x values, then there got to be a 0 that is lying in between them. Okay, so no, most of the time we are really looking very close at the sign change between two consecutive x value on the graphing calculator. Question number 8 is on the handwritten portion. All right, so same thing as what I just showed you earlier. Factor the greatest common factor. So the answer should look like this, and then factor the greatest common factor between the first two and the last two terms within the parentheses. The answer should look like that, and then factor out the greatest common factor again. So answer will look like this. Number 4, factor in the difference of squares for number 3. Then set the function and set each factor equal to 0. Number 6, find me the x-intercepts. Make sure you write them as ordered pairs. Okay. Then number 7, state the multiplicity for each x-intercept, like I showed you, and tell me, and right below them, right below the multiplicity, tell me whether they will turn or cross at the x-axis. Find a y-intercept, and then sketch it for me. Okay. Use the leading term test, multiplicity, and your intercepts, and sketch the graph. So just like what I showed you earlier. All righty. Oops.